So I would like to go ahead and review the Contec Medical ECG90A. I recently received it. I purchased it from the manufacturer. I purchased it via AliExpress. You can purchase it via eBay as well. This is the machine. This actually disconnects over here. I'm going to keep it connected. You can see it's a nice small machine, maybe the size of a credit card box. I don't know. Just to see, you can see how big it is. If you want to compare it to ECG leads, so here's a standard ECG lead, limb lead, and this is the size over here. Just to see how big it is, not that big. And we can go ahead and just simply turn it on, just long press that button, and the machine starts right up. You can see it says loading. And when it starts up, it right away shows us the leads that we've got over here. Currently it's not connected, so we don't see anything. You can just press the central button over here to see the leads differently. Over here we've got 6 leads, and over here we've got all 12 leads showing on the screen. At the top of the screen, it shows the heart rate on the left and V1, V2 off. At the time that I already went ahead and set, I do not have a USB card in there, so there's an X over that, and the battery, it is fully charged. I charged it up. To charge it up, there's simply a port right over here, an AC port. It comes with an AC adapter that you can simply plug into the wall. In any case, going back to the machine, the screen itself, by the way, is also a touch screen. All right. You see, I touch the screen. I personally, it's not that sensitive, so I prefer to use the buttons over here. So over here, new for new ECG, you can go right and click into system. And over here, we have a choice of setting the backlight, power alarm, key voice, the language. We have options for English or Chinese and Russian. Info input on. USB mode, I have it set up as synchronized and calibration of the screen. You can go under sampling, which is basically recording, and you can set up the filters over here, AC filter, EMG filter. You would want these in order to get a slightly better picture, and you can decide how you want the ECG to be printed, whether you want it to be, I have it on store over here, I'm going to change it. Standard EKG would be 3x4, meaning it'll give you 4 strips of 3 leads on each. I've got a little sample over here which I already printed out. So here you go. It just took me a while to get the paper in, and it was a little crooked. So here's 3x4. So you've got lead 1, 2, 3, and then you've got lead AVR, AVL, AVF, and then you've got V1, V2, V3, and sorry about that. And then it keeps on going over here, obviously, as we know. V1, V4, V4, V5, V6. And at the end, it actually goes ahead and shows us, let me put this, hold on. There we go. It shows us where it went ahead and made the markings for the intervals. You can see those lines. And then over here, I didn't put the information of the patient in, but it has the number of beats, PR, QRS in milliseconds, QT, QTC, and it goes and figures out the R wave in V5 and the S wave in V1 and puts them together. And then it goes ahead and tries to give you some type of conclusion. Over here it's got sinus tachycardia. I'll show you, you can actually change what sinus tachycardia was, and the option is that anything above 0 heart rate is sinus tachycardia, so that you're going to have to change. In any case, getting back, so that's printing at 3x4, which I think would be a good standard to print at. All right, here we go. Or you can choose whatever is good for you. You can change the gain and the speed 10 millimeters per millivolt, which is standard. Speed set 25 milliliters. All that is standard. And case info, print parameters, and conclusion. You can set whether you want that to be printed or not. Obviously, it takes a paper, and there isn't that much paper in the machine. To show you where the paper goes. Here's the paper. All right, you put it in very easily. It's not difficult to get in. I think this is 50 millimeter paper. They sell it. The manufacturer sells it, but you can also probably get it wherever you live. And you just thread it through, and there. pull this up a tiny little bit so it goes through, and then it just goes right down. All right, go a little bit further up. There we go. All right, and then it just rips off without a problem. Okay, click back, and we can choose our analysis over here. What we want, which lead we want to be analyzed, and here we go. Here, I don't know what the premature and the pause time is. That is going to be the absence of change. But over here, TAC I think is tachycardia. You can choose how many beats per minute are considered tachycardic, right? So I set it to be 100. Whoops. And the same is true with bradycardia. I set it to be 60. Okay, getting back, setting the options for time and date. I went ahead and set that. An archive. I don't have a SD card in, but if I would, I'd be able to see the ECGs that I've taken on the machine and reprint them out, or just look at them on the screen. And then you've got about. So what I'm going to now go ahead and do is I'm going to put the limb leads on myself, and we can then see what goes ahead and happens. Okay, so bear with me for just 1 second. Yeah. Here's the leads, by the way. It comes with a nice little cable. These are the chest leads, all right, the precordial leads, which I'm not going to put on right now. They come with little pumps, which are actually very strong. I tested them. I've got these round circles on my chest right now, and here are the limb leads. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the limb leads on right now. This is right. And this is, by the way, the software that it comes with. Computer software. Almost done over here. Last lead. And you can look at the screen as it happens. And as I put them on, the screen is now starting to show my ECG again. Push the button, and now we can see lead 1 alone. Push it again. We can see lead 1, 2, and 3. Push it again. You see lead 1, 2, 3, AVR, AVL, AVF. For some reason, it says that I've got a heart rate, there we go, 75 in the top left corner, which is correct. And here's my USB cord, which is connected to the computer. What I'm going to do is, instead of printing it, I don't want to waste the paper, I'm going to connect it right now to the computer. There we go, connected it to the computer. Please wait, it's connecting. And great, it's now connected to the computer. This is the software